Hello and welcome inside University Arena for tonight's men's basketball matchup live in Kalamazoo, Michigan for tonight's game between the number 21 ranked and still undefeated Miami RedHawks taking on the Western Michigan Broncos in tonight's MAC primetime matchup. My name is Andrew Relvas. Thank you for tuning in and spending your Friday evening with us. Tonight the RedHawks come in with a record of 28-0. And with a win tonight, Miami will be the fourth team ever in the 21st century to be undefeated through February. So this RedHawks team has been continuing to trailblaze their history all year long, and they can continue breaking records. With a win tonight, they can match only 4 teams ever to be undefeated through February at this point in the season. 28 wins for the RedHawks, no losses, and they're a perfect 15-0 in Mid-American Conference play, trying to stay on top of the conference in tonight's game. Meanwhile, for the Western Michigan Broncos, coming in with a record of 10-18, and this is a team kind of similar to last year where they struggled in non-conference play, but they've been battling, and they're going to have to battle if they want to make the MAC tournament coming up in a couple of weeks in Cleveland. Coming in with a record of 10-18, they're 4-11 in MAC play. The path to the 8 seed is really a logjam. You've got about 4 teams vying for positioning, maybe 5, with Ball State, NIU, Western Michigan, all having the same record of 4-11, and Central Michigan is 5-10, and then right in front of them, UMass. So it's a lot of teams vying for that final 8 spot, and Western Michigan won't go down without a fight. They're going to try and claw and scratch their way towards that 8 seed. And tonight, this is a must-win game for the Western Michigan Broncos. Well, for the RedHawks, in their most recent game, they took down the Eastern Michigan Eagles 74-64 in Ypsilanti a couple days ago. This was a game where offensively Miami struggled. It was the second lowest points they've scored this season, but it didn't matter. The RedHawks really shut out Eastern Michigan defensively, and that was a major reason why they walked away from Ypsilanti with a win. Turning it over to the Broncos, their most recent game, it was a really stunner at BGSU on the road. They knocked off the Bowling Green Falcons 88-79. It was a 9-point win on the road, a game that they were coming in as underdogs, but they took care of business on the road. And Dwayne Stevens, the head coach of the Broncos, will try and get this same group back on track and hopefully to a winning note for the many Broncos fans that are starting to pile in for tonight's contest. The starters have been announced for both sides. First, let's take a look at the RedHawks starting 5, led by Travis Still in his 4th year, and he just recently matched 150 career wins. He got his 150th win against Eastern Michigan, and he's looking for 151 tonight. Here's his starting lineup. It is Peter Suter, Brant Byers, Ian Elmer, Antoine Wolfolk, and a surprise change to the lineup tonight. No Luke Skowjak is starting tonight. It's actually Trey Perry making a start tonight, and this would be his first start of the year. So he'll look to make a strong impression on the road in a hostile ground. Meanwhile, for the Western Michigan Broncos, coached by Dwayne Stevens in his 4th year. And he's rolling out a starting 5 the same as last game against Bowling Green. It is Justice Williams, Jaden Brewer, E.J. Ryans, Trey Lewis, and Max Burton. The starting 5 for the gold and brown Western Michigan Broncos. Thank you again for joining us and spending your Friday evening with us. This is also another nationally televised game for the RedHawks. We've seen a ton of these games being flexed for Miami, and this is just another national TV game on an already excellent slate of Miami national TV games. The RedHawks have one more national TV game coming up. It is a week from today in the Convocation Center in Athens, Ohio, where the RedHawks will take on the rivals, the Ohio Bobcats, for the 2nd time this season. And a little bit more on Western Michigan before we fully dive into this one, as both starters are being announced officially on the PA. For Western Michigan, this team is looking for their first ranked win since 2007, where Western Michigan beat the Davidson Wildcats. And that Davidson team had Steph Curry on it. And that team, of course, went on a deep run in the tournament. So the Broncos are trying to knock off another potential Cinderella team in the Miami RedHawks if they can make March Madness. And this is also Western Michigan's first game against a ranked team since 2019 against the number 16 ranked Buffalo Bulls. That was led by Nate Oates before he departed to Alabama. So this is a Western Michigan Broncos team that hasn't faced off against the ranked team in a while, but they'll look to really end this special season for the RedHawks on Friday night tonight and really kind of snap some records. The all-time record in this series between the RedHawks and the Broncos, Miami leads it 91-53 all-time. However, history recently has been on Western Michigan's side. Miami is 2-3 in their last 5 against Western Michigan, but good for the RedHawks. They're 3-2 in their last 5 at Western Michigan here in University Arena, but they've lost the last 2 games that they've made the trip out here. And the RedHawks will look to get their first win here in Kalamazoo in about 3 seasons since 2023. So we'll see if they can do it tonight here inside University Arena. The RedHawks are looking to go 2-0 in the Michigan road trip. Last year, the RedHawks had the same number of teams on their schedule about this point in the season, but the RedHawks faced off against Western Michigan first. They lost that one, and then they went back down to Oxford for about a day before they went back up to Eastern Michigan to play a weekend game against the Eagles, and that was a game they lost too. So the RedHawks last year went 0-2 in the Michigan road trip. But tonight, with a win, the RedHawks can go 2-0. And Travis Steele spoke in his post-game presser after that Eastern Michigan game that the RedHawks actually played, or excuse me, they actually practiced at the Chrysler Center in Ann Arbor at the facility of the Michigan Wolverines. Dusty May allowed the RedHawks to kind of rest and recover and train at Michigan's facility. And the RedHawks are looking to showcase how well rested and hungry they are, trying to knock off the Western Michigan Broncos for the second time this season. First matchup in this season between Western Michigan. Miami won 87-76. That was at home on January 6th. That was a game that saw them only leading by 4 at the half, but they pulled away like so many games we've seen this season, and the RedHawks will look to really make a statement here inside University Arena. The RedHawks have taken the court. They're wearing the Cradle of Coaches jerseys. The black jerseys, Miami script white across the chest and the gold outlines, and the black shorts with red, white, and black. And for the Western Michigan Broncos, the gold home jerseys, Broncos script across the chest in black with the gold shorts and the brown and white shorts. All set to go inside University Arena. My name is Andrew Relvas. Sit back and relax and enjoy Miami men's basketball here on Red Hawk Radio. The number 21 ranked Miami RedHawks trying to pick up win number 29 on the season. At midcourt, it is Antoine Woolfolk and Max Burton almost ready to get things going. Giant Bronco across midcourt. Tonight, head official is Jeff Vasecki. The ball is tipped up, won by Burton, and the Broncos will take it from left to right. Justice Williams handling the ball, top of the key, goes on the right side, battling against Peter Suter, kicks out on the right side, and they cycle over to Jaden Brewer. Brewer spinning inside the free throw line, lefty layup off the rim and in. It falls home, and the Broncos strike first. It's 2-0 here in the opening half. Back to the RedHawks, and we've got a stoppage. Not really sure what this is, but the clock stops at 19:34, and it'll be RedHawks basketball. Now, looks like the Broncos are going to take a mini timeout. Mention the officials again. Head official Jeff Vasecki, John Campbell, and King Whetstone. Tonight's officials, 6 o'clock here in Western Michigan. So it was the opening layup first from Jaden Brewer, the FIU Panthers transfer. Starts out the scoring strong for the Broncos, and looks like we have a clock issue on the goal that Western Michigan just scored. The clock is completely out, so it's completely dark, parallel to the clock that is lit up on Miami's side. So it looks like we will pause for a little bit. This honestly might be good for both teams. Gets them a few minutes to kind of settle in before we can continue playing here inside University Arena. Very cool venue inside here in Kalamazoo. This is the RedHawks' penultimate away game before they've got neutral games lined up in the MAC tournament. And we will apparently await and see what will happen. It'll be RedHawks basketball, and they will move from right to left. Peter Suter on the inbound, goes close to Perry, back to Suter, back to Perry on the left wing. Perry kicks over Elmer, back to Perry up top, goes over to Suter on the right wing. Suter barreling down the lane, kicks in the corner. Elmer for three. Clanked off the left rim, and the rebound is skied in by Trey Lewis. Lewis gives close to E.J. Ryans, the second-year player at Western Michigan, and the Broncos lead 2-0. The Broncos will be playing with a dark shot clock. Here's a free throw jumper for Ryans, in and out, halfway home. The rebound cleared by Woolfolk, and it's back to the RedHawks. Peter Suter on the left wing, defended by Justice Williams. Now he picks up Burton and a double team before it goes up top to Elmer. Elmer, cross-court pass over to Byers, and back on the right wing to Perry. Top of the key, Antoine Woolfolk, defended by Burton. Woolfolk on the right side, and he traveled. Got a little caught up with his feet there, and that'll be a turnover on Miami, their first of the game. So no shot clock for the Broncos, but there is a large screen behind it that they can use. Back to E.J. Ryans, the Grand Rapids native. Goes on the left wing, hounded by Perry, searching for open bodies, and he's got Trey Lewis top of the key. Goes over to Justice Williams on the edge of the Broncos logo on the left side, draws a double team, searching for some space, goes on the right side, Jaden Brewer, and Brewer traveled. Back-to-back travels on both sides, and it'll be RedHawks basketball. Nice perimeter defense by the RedHawks, and it'll go back to Miami. Here's Trey Perry getting it across the timeline. RedHawks have it on the left section of the court. Elmer up top to Peter Suter on the left side. Gives over Perry close top of the key. And he passes short to Elmer, over to Perry, back to Suter on the left wing. Suter, free throw jumper just outside of it, no good. And the rebound is picked up by Jaden Brewer on the floor. The Broncos want to run it quickly, thundering down the lane. Brewer back over to E.J. Ryans, and the Broncos will slow it down a little bit. Ryans up top has Max Burton, the 6'10 man. Goes on the right side to Trey Lewis. Jumper from the near elbow, no good, and the rebound is cleared by the RedHawks. Back to Trey Perry. RedHawks searching for their first points of the night. Trey Perry down the lane, lefty layup. They get it there, and we're tied 2-2 here in the first. 17:54 left to go. E.J. Ryans has it. Orchestrating the offense, pass close to Burton, and he gets it right back. Ryans, hounded by Perry, goes up top. Lewis, back to Ryans. Ryans in a deep spot for the Broncos, gives over Burton. Shot clock is winding down at 4. Got to move quickly here. Brewer, right wing three. It's true. First three-pointer of the night for the Broncos. They lead 5-2 here in the opening half. RedHawks will look to answer right back. It's Peter Suter, top of the key, bounces close to Antoine Woolfolk on the right wing. Right wing three-pointer, Elmer, no good. The RedHawks are 0 of 2 from deep, and it's back to the Broncos. Here's Justice Williams against Peter Suter. 16:30 left to go in the first half. Williams draws the double team briefly. They kick in the corner. Brewer for three. It's good. Back-to-back three-pointers for Jaden Brewer, and the Broncos strike ahead 8-2 Inside, Ian Elmer put up a shot, blocked from behind, and they're going to call a foul. So Elmer will go to the charity stripe. It's a 6-0 run by the Broncos in the last 36 seconds. And Ian Elmer will look to quench that one. Ian Elmer in his most recent game, 37 minutes, 8 points and 8 rebounds against the Eastern Michigan Eagles. First free throw from Elmer is good. And that foul is on Max Burton, the forward. Now we see a platoon swap for Dwayne Stevens. Bunch of new players coming in. It is Michael Sulaka, Sherrod Barnes, Jaden Brewer, and Justice Williams. And along with Carson Viss, second free throw is good. Elmer goes 2 of 2. And the score is 8-4, Miami trailing. 16-12 left to go in the first. Approaching immediate timeout. Justice Williams past the left wing. Draws a double team briefly. They go on the right side over to Sherrod Barnes. Back over to Williams. Williams sprinting on the right side, searching for some space. Perry right in his face. Gives close to Jaden Brewer. Brewer jumper inside the free throw line. No good. Rebound tapped around initially by Elmer. And Kirby gets it right back. RedHawks racing it quickly. Suter on the left wing. Goes up top. Atlason. Nice feed in the paint to Justin Kirby. Kirby drew a foul when he was falling to the floor. That'll be on Carson Viss. The clock stops at 15:40, and that'll take us to our first media timeout here inside University Arena. Pretty good start offensively by both sides, and the RedHawks will be shooting free throws after the break. The score is 8-4 Western over Miami, and we'll be right back here inside Kalamazoo here on RedHawk Radio. Back from our media timeout, the foul is on Carson Viss. So it'll be Justin Kirby at the free throw line. Or excuse me, they're just going to call this foul on the floor. So it'll be RedHawks basketball. Second foul on Western. And it'll be Miami basketball. Suter inbounding on the far baseline. Floats over the top to Elmer. Goes on the left side. Left wing three-pointer. Atlason. It's good. Atlason drills Miami's first three-pointer of the half, and it's 7-8 here in the first period. Back the Broncos way in the corner. This is Barnes. He keeps himself. Initially was going to pass over to Williams. Now draws a double team from Atlason. Barnes kicks in the corner, intercepted by Elmer, and the RedHawks have numbers. They slow it down a little bit. Ian Elmer barreling down the lane, puts on the brakes, gives up top. Brant Byers goes on the right side over to the wing to Ian Elmer, and Elmer will decide what he wants to do with it. Right wing three, Justin Kirby, no, and the rebound is floated in by Jaden Brewer. He's had a couple of those tonight. Floater over the top inside. This is to Saluka, and in comes the flying Jaden Brewer, who's had a really good start so far. The Broncos now lead 10-7 off of a layup from Brewer. Back over to the RedHawks. Brant Byers thought about the pass down low, gives up top Atlason. Gives close to Ian Elmer, top of the key. Ian Elmer jumper just outside of the free throw line, doesn't get the friendly roll, and another stop by this Broncos team. Racing the other way, moving it quickly. Floater over the top from Brewer to Justice Williams on the right wing. And he gives over on the near side to Viss. Broncos will reset top of the key. Sherrod Barnes over to Brewer. And back on the left side to Carson Viss. Shot clock at 10. Broncos got to work quickly here. Viss, feed down low. This is Saluka. Saluka, righty floater, no good, but that'll be a foul on the RedHawks as he was inside the free throw line, and the RedHawks hit him a little bit too hard there. Clock is at 14, and Michael Sulaka will go to the free throw line. Sulaka, the 6'9" redshirt sophomore from Macomb, Michigan. First free throw is good from the left hand. Fouls on Ian Elmer. Sulaka in his last game, 17 minutes against Bowling Green and 5 personal fouls, so he fouled out. But it was a good effort. He helped contribute to a Broncos win. Second one from Sulaka on the way. It falls home, and the Broncos lead 12-7. 14 minutes left to go here in the first. See what the RedHawks can do here offensively. Peter Suter, left wing. Brant Byers, feed down low in the paint. Almar Atlason draws the double team, 1-on-2. Rose up, was fouled, and he will go to the stripe. Nice pass there from Byers on the wing, finding a wide open Icelander and Almar Atlason, and Almar will go to the stripe. Atlason is in his last game, 12 points and 5 rebounds. Inefficient shooting though, 3 of 12 from the floor as he misses the first one. Took a couple of bounces on the front rim, and he shot 1 of 8 from deep. But it didn't matter. I mean, as long as you get the win, that's all that matters. The RedHawks make a few subs. It's Kirby, Atlason, Woolfolk, Perry, and Suter in. Atlason trying to salvage this trip. Second one, a rainbow free throw, falls home, and the score is 12-8. Western Michigan over Miami in the first. Back to the Broncos on the right timeline. It is Justice Williams dancing with Justin Kirby. Williams goes on the left side, finds Brewer on the far corner, and back over to Williams. Kick on the right side, Carson Viss down the lane, draws a double team. Suter and Perry move it quickly back on the right side to Sherrod Barnes. Barnes running out of space, kicks up top, a deep three from Brewer. Clanks off the right rim, kept in bounds by Saluka, but it's intercepted by Suter. Nice hands there by Suter, and the RedHawks are running it the other way. Trey Perry controlling the offense, kicks out. Almar Atlason, left wing three, short. Missed it off the left rim. The ball's loose on the floor, and they're going to call a foul on Miami. A little bit too overextended there was Peter Suter as he was fighting for the board along with Kirby. And Sherrod Barnes drew the foul, the freshman from Ypsilanti. So that is the second foul on Miami. They're actually going to call this one a Perry. That'll stop the clock at 13:06. Slow start offensively for Miami, but still have a ton of time left here in this first period to correct some things. Now controlling it, it's Jalen Griffith coming off of the bench. Gives over left side to a Bronco, Trey Lewis. Now backing down inside the paint, here's Max Burton. Burton, little hook move, blocked by Woolfolk. Second chance point, no good, and the rebound is cleared by Kirby. RedHawks moving swiftly here. Peter Suter inside the paint, gives up top. Now, Antoine Woolfolk thought about the three-pointer, floats over the top, searching for Kirby in the near corner, and he threw it out of bounds. So the RedHawks turn it over. That is Miami's second turnover of the evening, and it's back to Western Michigan. 4-point lead for the Broncos, and they're looking to really punish Miami early. So far, Miami 2 of 8 from the floor. Meanwhile, Western Michigan 4 of 10. Jalen Griffith last played in a game against Akron on the 17th of February. Jalen Griffith has it top of the key, floats over the top, free throw jumper for Burton. No good with the righty floater. And the rebound is tapped around back to Almar Atlason. Atlason sprinting down on the left side, gives over Kirby, back over Woolfolk on the right side. Woolfolk gives up close to Trey Perry, and his three-pointer is true on the right wing. Miami answers back. It is 11-12 here in the first. Much needed offense by Perry. Back to the Broncos. Jalen Griffith barreling down the lane, defended by Perry, and they give up top to Jaden Brewer. Brewer inside, blocked by Almar Atlason, and he went up, fell back down to the floor, and that'll be a travel on the Broncos. So the RedHawks are answering right back. The Broncos are 0 of 4 in their last trips offensively, and we've reached another media timeout. 11:38 left to go here in the first. The RedHawks behind 11-12 and looking to take their first lead of the night. Stay with us here on Red Hawk Radio. We're back from our media timeout as the Miami RedHawks trailing on the road to Western Michigan 11-12 here in the first period. The RedHawks are the 7th team ever to make it to this point 28-0. They join Gonzaga in 2021 and 2017 Kentucky in 2015, Wichita State in 2014, Illinois in 2005, and lastly UNLV in 1991. So this Miami team has joined elite company, and they're looking to continue this really dominant stretch inside University Arena tonight. My name is Andrew Relvas. Thanks again for joining us and spending your Friday evening with us. It'll be Miami basketball working from right to left, and they're looking to get this offense on top of Western Michigan for the first time tonight. Trey Perry gets a screen close from Antoine Woolfolk. Drives down the lane, righty layup off the window in and falls home, and the RedHawks retake the lead for the first time tonight, 13-12 here in the first. Now it's the Broncos' turn to answer. Jalen Griffith controlling the offense, gives over Burton, and he feeds to a flying Jaden Brewer, who floats over the top, drops the two-handed hammer, and the Broncos grab the lead right back, 13-14, Western over Miami. Back to the RedHawks, Trey Perry has it. Driving down low, gives close to Antoine Woolfolk. A wide open Antoine Woolfolk on the left side of the rim, drops it off the glass and in, and it's back to the RedHawks' their lead, 15-14, 10:45 left to go. Broncos have it. Griffith floater over the top. Burton goes over Carson Viss. Step back three-pointer on the left wing, no good. And Antoine Woolfolk floats over the top, accepts the rebound, and he was fouled from behind by a Bronco. And it looks like that foul is going to be on E.J. Ryans. That'll be personal foul number 4 on Western Michigan. Miami trying to build on their lead. They're 3 for 3 in their past 3 offensive trips. Trying to make it more here. Trey Perry controlling the offense on the left wing. Floats a bouncer left side to Antoine Woolfolk in the paint. Woolfolk backing down Michael Saluka in the paint. Spinning around, searching for space. He'll take it himself. Righty layup, no good. A little bit short. Great defense by Saluka. And Justice Williams recovers the rebound. It's back to the Broncos, who will slow it down a little bit. E.J. Ryan slobs over the top. Saluka feeds in the paint. Goes over Justice Williams. Layup the first time, no good. But the second time, it'll be a foul on Miami as Jaden Brewer grabbed the miss and put up a shot. Third foul on Miami, and that foul will be on RedHawk. And Jaden Brewer will go to the free throw line. Foul was on Antoine Woolfolk. And here's Brewer at the free throw line. He misses the first one, a little short on the left side. Under 10 minutes left to go, 9:51. Brewer, the FIU Panthers transfer from Conference USA, spent 3 years there. So far off to a hot start, up to 12 points. Can make it 13 with a made free throw and a tie game. And Brewer drops it in. We're tied 15-15 here in the first. 9:51 left to go. Back to the RedHawks trying to get their lead right back. It's Peter Suter getting it across the timeline. Passes cross to Trey Perry. Perry goes up top. Antoine Woolfolk thought about the three-pointer from the top of the key, and he floats on the right side to Trey Perry. Perry orchestrating the offense, searching for a screen, gets it from Antoine Woolfolk on the left side, goes top of the key, Peter Suter. Suter dancing with Ryan, so taking himself, lefty layup, barreling down off the rim and in. It's good, and the RedHawks lead 17-15 here in the first. Fancy move there by Peter Suter, the Carmel kid. Now it's the Broncos' turn to work it on offense. E.J. Ryans will barrel down the lane, split 2 defenders. He rose up, he drew some contact, and he will go back to the free throw line. So that's foul number 4 on Miami. Both sides have 4 fouls. And E.J. Ryans, the second-year player from Grand Rapids, will go to the free throw line. Ryans in his last game against Bowling Green, 14 points, 3 rebounds, and he was 6 of 9 from the floor. And the first free throw from Ryans falls in. So far, Western Michigan 4 of 5 from the stripe. And Ryans also fouled out in that game against BGSU, but without them, they don't win that game. Second one from the right hand is good by Ryans, and we're tied again, 17-17 here in the first. Back and forth we go inside University Arena in Kalamazoo, Michigan. The RedHawks have it across the timeline. Antoine Woolfolk, top of the key, gives close to Peter Suter on the right wing. Suter crossover to Brant Byers on the left side, back to Suter, top of the key. Suter around the back, fancy footwork, righty floater no good. Had Carson Viss jumping and everything. Elmer grabs the rebound, righty layup, missed everything. He airballed a close layup, and the Broncos take advantage. Trying to punish Elmer and the RedHawks. Back over E.J. Ryans, trying to knife his way through this RedHawks defense. They're running a 2-3 zone. Ryans on the right side, great defense by Kirby on the perimeter. And they're going to call an offensive foul now on Western Michigan. That foul will be on Michael Sulaka. That's another guy who fouled out in his last game. So foul number 5 on Western Michigan, and he gives the ball right back to the red and white. Back to Miami. Now they're saying it's just a 3-second violation. So a 3-second violation on the Broncos, and it'll be Miami basketball again. RedHawks defensively have kept the Broncos quietly. 1 of 7 in their last 7 offensive trips. Miami has it tied 17-17, 8:17 left to go here in the first. Suter, bouncer, down low, Antoine Woolfolk goes on the right side, Justin Kirby. Kirby will drive in the paint, goes down low. They're going to call a blocking foul on Justice Williams. Hard to see where his feet were planted, but either way, Kirby's head was down to the court, and he drew some contact that the officials will deem that as a foul. So that'll be foul number 5 on Western Michigan, and we've reached another media timeout. Under 8 left to go, 7:55 left to go, and Miami and Western Michigan knotted at 17 here in the first. So we'll be right back from Kalamazoo here on Red Hawk Radio. Back from our media timeout here inside University Arena in Kalamazoo, Michigan. My name is Andrew Relvas here on Red Hawk Radio. The RedHawks and the Broncos knotted at 17, our third tie of the evening. And Miami will look to take the lead right back. Under 8 minutes left to go here in this opening period, and Miami trying to improve to 29-0. And continue this magical season. It'll be Miami basketball inbounding on the near side. Elmer on the baseline finds Byers in the corner for 3. No good. Hit off the side of the backboard. A brutal miss there by the RedHawks. And here come the racing Broncos. E.J. Ryans goes on the right side, and they reset up top. Gives over Carson Viss and back to E.J. Ryans, who cycles around the key. Ryans on the left side now. Bouncer up top to Max Burton. Burton surveying options, gives outside to Jaden Brewer. Brewer against Byers. Righty layup over the top, no good. Rebound tapped around, and it's back to the RedHawks, and Miami racing the other way. Peter Suter, Euro step in the lane. First time, no. Second time, no. And the ball still loose on the baseline, and eventually finds the way back to Max Burton and the Broncos. Great defense on the baseline, and here come the Broncos. Brewer's layup missed the first time. Second one from Williams was off. And around that same tornado was Carson Viss, who picked up the ball, and he was fouled by a nearby RedHawk. And that'll stop the clock at 7:03. So the RedHawks offensively, they've been struggling. 1 of 7 in their last 7 trips on the offensive side. And the RedHawks will now sub in Kyle Waltz. Foul number 5 on Miami as well. That'll be the second on Antoine Woolfolk. And now we'll see Jaden Brewer inbounding it right in front of Travis Steele on the RedHawks bench. Justice Williams, or rather that's Sherrod Barnes controlling, goes on the left side, left wing three-pointer short from Trey Lewis, and the RedHawks get a stop. Back to Peter Suter, going in the paint, kicks up top, right wing three-pointer. Atlason halfway home, in and out, rebound tapped around, eventually finds the arms of Jaden Brewer, and it's back to the Broncos. Brewer gets rebound number 5, and the Broncos will slow it down a little bit. 6:30 left to go in the first half. Broncos and the RedHawks tied at 17. Carson Viss took a jumper, and they're going to call a foul on the floor. It'll be an offensive foul on Western Michigan. And that'll give the RedHawks possession right back. For Miami right now, it is Atlason, Byers, Suter, Kyle Waltz, and Justin Kirby. So a unusual lineup here for the RedHawks. And Travis Steele will look to shake things up after a very slow start offensively here. 6:20 left to go in the opening half. Peter Suter orchestrating the offense. Top of the key, spins in the paint. They kick out. Atlason goes over to Byers, thundering down the lane. Righty layup, no good. Rebound tapped around Kirby. Ball was intercepted by Jaden Brewer right in front of me. And Almar Atlason hacked Brewer from behind. They're going to call a foul on Miami. And that'll give the ball right back to the Broncos. So just kind of a really slow and a really brutal offensive stretch by both sides in the past 3 or 4 minutes. It's been a scoring drought for both sides of over 3 minutes. Sherrod Barnes feeds in the free throw line to Michael Sulaka, and his righty floater is good. And Western Michigan gets their first bucket in 3 minutes. They now lead 19-17 in the first. Back to the RedHawks, and Peter Suter has it. On the right wing, goes in the paint, goes over Brant Byers. From the wing, lefty layup no good. Down on the baseline, and he drew a foul. And that'll be foul number 7 on the Broncos. So the RedHawks will be in the one-on-one for a little bit. And we'll wait and see who the foul is on. It's going to be on Jaden Brewer, his first. And now Brant Byers will step to the free throw line for some crucial free throws. And he makes the first one. Byers averaging 15 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 assist, and he's a 78% free throw shooter. The score is 18-19. Miami behind. And Byers trying to tie this one up for the 4th time, and he does just that. We're tied. It's 19-19 in the first half. 5:30 left to go. Broncos take it on the right timeline. This is Sherrod Barnes going from left to right. They kick in the corner. This is a three-pointer on the far side. No good from Trey Lewis, but the rebound goes back to E.J. Ryans, and he sinks a three-pointer from the top of the key. That's the 3rd three-pointer of the night for the Broncos, and they extend the lead to 3, 22-19 in the first. RedHawks will work it on the left side. Peter Suter gives over Brant Byers. Thought about the three-pointer. He'll take it himself in the paint. Lefty layup falling down. No foul, no bucket, and it's back to the Broncos. They've got a 5-on-4. Working quickly. Lewis up top. Barnes in the paint. Goes up top. Intercepted by Brant Byers, and the RedHawks will work it on the left timeline. Suter will take it down the lane. Took a hard foul. Hard fall, rather, and a hard foul in response, and this will be foul number 8 on Western Michigan. So Brant Byers started that possession off with a nice steal, and Suter will look to punish this Broncos team with some made free throws. Miami right now is 5 of 6 from the charity stripe and trying to make 7 if they can go perfect on this trip. Suter makes the first one, and the score is 22-20, Western over Miami. Suter in his last game, 13 points, 10 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 blocks, and 3 steals. He was doing it all in Ypsilanti. Second free throw with the right hand, short. Suter splits the trip, and the Broncos will have the lead up 2. Just outside of the final media timeout of the half, 4:30. E.J. Ryan's in the paint. Cycles up top over to Jaden Brewer, and Brewer down the baseline, put up a shot. He was fouled on his way up, and he will go to the free throw line. The RedHawks offensively are 0 for their last 8. And they're 1 for their last 10. So this is really a brutal stretch for Miami that's got to be fixed if they want to enjoy a comfortable game here inside University Arena. I mean, you can't let these Broncos hang around. That's how the RedHawks lost to this same team last year in the same arena. But a missed free throw certainly helps. That first one was off from Jaden Brewer. Brewer leading all scorers with 16 points, 6 of 10 from the floor in 16 minutes. And the second free throw, long side for Brewer. Second one on the way from the left hand, a rainbow. It falls home, and the Broncos lead by a triple. 23-20, 4:20 left to go in the first. Almar Atlason has it top of the key, gives over Suter running in the paint. Searching for open bodies. He's got Atlason just outside of the three-point line. Gives close to Peter Suter. Suter searching for a screen and some space. Goes in the paint, fadeaway jumper from the free throw line. It falls home. A rainbow fadeaway jumper from Peter Suter draws the RedHawks to within 1. It's 22-23 here in the first. I mean, that's his spot right there. He is so good from the paint. Nearly intercepted, and it is Trey Perry off to the races, one-on-one, Euro step, righty layup, off the glass and in, off the very top of it, a scoop and score for Trey Perry, and the RedHawks swipe the lead right back. It's 24-23 here in the first. A much-needed response and a much-needed pulse by Miami. Back the Broncos' way, 3:30 left to go in the first. Shot clock is at 12 for the Broncos. It's E.J. Ryans with Trey Perry an arm's length away from him. Ryans goes over to Saluka in the paint, defended by Woolfolk. Righty floater short, and the rebound is cleared by Woolfolk, the former Rutgers Scarlet Knight. Here comes Suter sprinting down the lane. Righty layup is off, and they're going to call goaltending on Western Michigan, and that'll take us into a media timeout. So Peter Suter willing this Miami team on a 6-0 run over the last minute, and the RedHawks launch a huge punch back against the Broncos. We'll take a quick break and be back inside University Arena. Our score, Miami ahead 26-23 on the road, and we'll be right back in Western Michigan. Back from our brief break. My name is Andrew Relvas. Thanks for joining us here inside Western Michigan's University Arena. A way to describe this arena, it feels like a barn. I mean, just a lot of seats, and it goes really steep on both sides. It's a cool arena, certainly. The RedHawks as well enjoying themselves. A brief three-point lead, up 26-23. Miami most recently won on a 6-0 run. And right now the RedHawks are running without Skowjak. So we've seen pretty much every player that Miami usually has played recently in except for Skowjak. Skowjak not in the starting lineup tonight. It was Trey Perry, and we still haven't seen him in. He's wearing his uniform, but no Skowjak yet, and the RedHawks will have to go without him. Back to the Western Michigan Broncos trying to tie this one up for the 5th time tonight. Broncos have it on the right timeline, working without a shot clock as it's dark. E.J. Ryan's on the left side. 2:45 left to go. Cycling up top, it's Jaden Brewer dancing with Almar Atlason in the lane. Righty layup off the glass, no good, but the second chance opportunity tapped off the glass and in by Trey Lewis, floating over the top. It falls in, and the Broncos strike to within one. 26-25 in the first. 2:25, it's Peter Suter down the lane at the free throw line. Pump faked, and the officials claim that he traveled. So Suter traveled. That is Miami's 7th turnover. They only had 4 turnovers in their last game, so a little bit more of a sloppier start, but they still lead 26-25, and it's back to the golden brown Western Michigan Broncos trying to swipe the lead right back at home. Jaden Brewer on the right side. Carson Viss has it around the world. Righty layup falling down off the glass, and in it counts. And the Broncos take the lead right back. It is Western Michigan 27 and Miami 26 here in the first. Under 2 to play. Peter Suter, quick pass over to Trey Perry on the left elbow. Gives up top Suter. Suter directing traffic. Draws a screen from Woolfolk. Suter goes down the lane, searching for open bodies. He has Atlason, right wing, goes up top. Trey Perry dancing with Brewer. Perry around the back. Shot clock winding down. Far elbow jumper falls off, no good. The Broncos get a stop, and they're trying to build on their 1-point advantage. Carson Viss in the paint, and they're going to call a foul as he was bumping off of Peter Suter. So this game is very similar to the one we saw in Oxford about a month ago. It was a first half that was very close. Miami led by 4 at the half. This one, a 1-point lead, could potentially be 3 for Western Michigan if Viss makes his free throws, but kind of an interesting start here. And Travis Steele is livid at the officials, not happy at the foul call. That's foul number 7 on Miami. And Viss makes the free throw on the 1-and-1. Viss, the freshman from Byron Center, went to Grand Rapids South Christian. Had a breakout game, 17 points, 7 rebounds in his last game against Bowling Green. He splits the trip, goes 1 of 2, and it's a couple-point lead for the Broncos. Back to the RedHawks, trying to get this offense back on track after a run that happened a few minutes ago. Trey Perry, top of the key, goes on the left wing, gives in the corner to Ian Elmer before he cycles top of the key to Almar Atlason. Atlason floats over the top, inside the free throw line, Antoine Woolfolk, and Woolfolk was fouled, and it initially looked like it was going to be a foul, a push-off potentially on Woolfolk. Instead, this will be a foul on the Broncos, and Antoine will go to the line. Coming into tonight, Miami had the best offense in the MAC and second nationally, only behind Alabama. And tonight, only 26 points. Woolfolk misses the free throw. It's tapped around, and it's back to E.J. Ryan's. Miami so far 7 of 10, or excuse me, 6 of 8 from the free throw line. And just a brutal miss there. 40 seconds left to go. Likely the second to last possession in this half for the Broncos. Jaden Brewer on the wing, gives in the corner, E.J. Ryans. Ryans down the lane, rises up, puts up a shot over two RedHawks defenders. Doesn't matter, he shakes it off. And the Broncos build this lead to 4. It's 30-26 left to go in the first. The RedHawks trying to end the first half on a high note. Shot clock is dark. It's Trey Perry orchestrating the offense on the edge of the Broncos logo. Western Michigan faithful on their feet, and it means go time for Trey Perry. Perry kicking in the corner over to Ian Elmer, and the pass was out of bounds off of Elmer. Turnover on Miami. That's their third turnover of the half. Earlier I had it wrong, but third turnover of the half, now fourth for Miami. 5 seconds left to go on the first period time, and the Broncos are trying to run it. E.J. Ryans gives close. Trey Lewis, time winding down. Straightaway three-pointer falls off on the left side, and that will end our first half here from Kalamazoo. Miami behind 30-26, and Travis Steele just got teed up. Travis Steele is really upset. He's got to be careful here if he doesn't want to get more technicals and a potential to get kicked out. Travis Steele really unhappy with the officiating tonight. We haven't seen a ton of technical fouls from Steele this season, but the Broncos fans and really this officiating staff is frustrating him certainly tonight. Well, we'll have some free throws after the first half for Western Michigan, but just a tough time to take those. You gotta check your emotions, and Miami will be behind by 4 after the first period. Miami behind 30-26 after 20 full minutes. The Broncos end the first half on a 7-0 run, and that will take us to our halftime break. Some work to be done for the RedHawks, but we've seen this movie many times before. Miami can certainly answer back. It's all about how they can handle their emotions and really stay focused in a hostile crowd here at University Arena. Well, that's going to do it here inside University Arena for the first half of play. My name is Andrew Relvas. Miami trailing 30-26, and we will take a break for the halftime, and we'll be back in about 10 minutes for second half action between Western Michigan and Miami. You're listening to Miami men's basketball on the road here in Kalamazoo. Stay with us here Welcome back inside University Arena for the start of the second half between the undefeated and number 21 ranked Miami RedHawks against the Western Michigan Broncos here inside Kalamazoo, Michigan. Miami behind in the first half by a score of 30-26. And for the Broncos, they went on a 7-0 run to end the period. And the Broncos will as well be shooting free throws and potentially a possession, since Travis Steele got a technical foul at the end of the first period. It could eventually put Miami behind by even more. And this is honestly becoming a little bit concerning just based off of how well Western Michigan has been able to keep with Miami, but still 20 minutes left. You got some time, and the RedHawks trying to avoid an upset against Western Michigan. Miami as well trying to improve to 29-0, but the RedHawks, they'll have to shoot the three ball better, only 2 of 8 from deep in the first half, and they shot at 9 of 25 from the floor. That's 36%. So things got to be better, but we've seen this movie plenty of times. This year, the RedHawks have made adjustment after adjustment, especially on the road, but even at home. The RedHawks have been tested in every which way, and it feels like every single game, Miami has been able to find an answer. And hopefully in Kalamazoo tonight, they can find an answer and win their 29th straight and go through the month of February undefeated. The leading scorers tonight for both sides, first for Miami is Trey Perry with 9, and for Western Michigan, 14 points for Jaden Brewer. Broncos as well, field goal wise, 10 of 27 from the floor, and they are 3 of 8 from deep. 7 of 10 from the free throw line are the Broncos as well, and 6 of 9 from the free throw line are the RedHawks as well. Miami as well has turned it over 4 times to the Broncos 7. And we've got second half basketball happening in just under a minute. And we'll see if Skowjak can come in. I mean, in a game like this, you really need a scorer like Skowjak, especially on the road, but no sign of him yet. And it's unclear if we will at all. He's got his white shirt on, but we haven't seen Skowjak yet. And we hope everything's okay with him, or just whatever's going on, that he's okay. Anyways, Miami will run out a starting lineup of Byers, Elmer, Perry, Suter, and Woolfolk. And since Travis Steele got teed up after the end of the first half, it'll be free throws for E.J. Ryans. So E.J. Ryans will go to the free throw line. He's scored, he has double-figure games in back-to-back, along with 3 out of 5. And tonight he has 7 points, so inching closer to making it 3 straight games with double figures. Couple of free throws for E.J. Ryans, and this would give Western Michigan a 6-point lead if he makes them both. Here's Ryans at the line. And he misses the first one. E.J. Ryans, a rare miss for him. He's a 94% free throw shooter entering tonight, but trying to split the trip and salvage the opportunity. Second free throw, it falls in, and Western Michigan's lead is 5, 31-26 in the second. And this will be Miami basketball. So the RedHawks will have it behind by 5 to start out the second half. And it'll be Peter Suter on the inbound right in front of me. Suter inbounds to Trey Perry, and Trey Perry sprints on the right side, gives close to Elmer. Up top to Suter, just outside of the three-point line. Suter skipping down the lane, right, a layup off the glass, and it counts. The RedHawks score the first field goal of the second half, and they're behind 28-31. A nice answer by Miami on the road. 3-point game. E.J. Ryans around a couple of Miami defenders. Goes on the left side. Left wing three-pointer from Trey Lewis. It bottoms in. First three-pointer of the half and fourth for Western Michigan tonight, and Eastern Michigan leads by 6. Back to Peter Suter around to Antoine Woolfolk's screen, and Suter traveled inside the free throw line, took a couple of steps there, and that's another turnover on Miami. Tough way to start out that possession, but back come the Broncos. Miami trailing by 6 and on upset watch, but they're trying to get another roadkill. E.J. Ryans down the lane, right to left, no good. Great defense by Woolfolk, but in comes Max Burton, put up a shot, he's fouled. That one looked like it's on Antoine Woolfolk. Antoine Woolfolk shaking both hands, not really sure why he was called the foul on that one. And Max Burton will go to the free throw line. Second foul on Woolfolk as well. Burton on the year is a 68% free throw shooter. So he's about an above average shooter. Sinks the first one. Largest lead for Western Michigan is right now. Up by 7, can make it 8 with a free throw by Burton. And he does just that. So Miami behind by 8, 36-28, and the RedHawks are trying to get this offense back on track. Brant Byers on the left wing, feeds down low, Antoine Woolfolk. Woolfolk in the paint against Max Burton, got some space, goes top of the key to Trey Perry, and the RedHawks will reset for a moment. Perry gives over Woolfolk, left wing 3. He missed it on the right side, and they're going to call a foul on Miami. Another foul on the RedHawks, and this is turning ugly. Foul on Peter Suter. The RedHawks really, they need to find an answer. They're trailing by 8 right now, and the Broncos can make it double digits with a made field goal. E.J. Ryans, top of the key, rolling on the right side, near the elbow. Gives on the corner for Jaden Brewer. Back to Ryans, and the Broncos will work it slow. Searching for a screen from Burton, he gets it on the right side. At the free throw line, Ryans kicks out Brewer on the right wing, dancing down the lane. Fadeaway jumper from the free throw line, falls short, ball's loose, tapped back to the Broncos. In comes Brewer, second chance point, no good. Third chance from Burton is off, and the RedHawks have numbers. 3-on-1, Peter Suter driving down the lane, and they're gonna call a blocking foul on the Broncos. One of the refs comes flying in, but it'll be a blocking foul on the Broncos. And that stops the clock at 18:06, so a fast change of pace. And Peter Suter will go to the charity stripes for some crucial free throws. Suter in his last game, 36 minutes, 13 points and 10 rebounds. He was 1 of 2 at the free throw line, but he makes the free throw there. It's a 7-point game. Suter up to 10 points. That leads all scorers, or excuse me, that leads all RedHawks. And he's 2 of 3 from the line tonight. And he makes them both. And Western Michigan's advantage is cut to 6. Back to the Broncos, RedHawks employing a press. Cycle back on the right side, E.J. Ryans controlling the offense. And looks like Western Michigan may have called a timeout. Almost a double dribble there from E.J. Ryans. Miami assistant coach Christian Smith not happy about that call at all. He rose up quickly, then fell down to the floor or to his chair emphatically. And it'll be Western Michigan basketball moving from right to left. The RedHawks are trying to escape University Arena with a win and trying to make it 29 straight wins. Broncos are making it tough, though. E.J. Ryans bounced close to Justice Williams, the Philadelphia native. Williams has it on the left elbow. Jumper on the near side falls in, and Western Michigan extends the lead to 8, 38-30 here in the second. 18 minutes left to go. Brant Byers, top of the key, gives over Elmer on the left wing. Barrels down the lane, righty floater over the top, no good. The rebound tapped back to the Broncos, and here come the thundering Western Michigan Broncos. Lefty layup short by Brewer, and Byers snares the rebound. Much needed stop by Miami. Now they need some points. Peter Suter, top of the key, searching for a screen, gets it from Woolfolk. On the near elbow with Suter, gives up top, Brant Byers. Byers on the right wing, over to Elmer, left side, floats over to Antoine Woolfolk. Woolfolk in the paint against Michael Sulaka. Jumper from the far elbow, nothing but net for Antoine Woolfolk, the former Rutgers Scarlet Knight, and Miami draws a little closer. It's 38-32 here in the second, 17:30 left to go. Back to the Broncos. Here is Justice Williams, righty floater, way short, and Perry gets the rebound. Could have been a foul on Western Michigan, but no call. Antoine Woolfolk has it, thundering down the lane, righty layup, off the glass and in, counted and one. Antoine Woolfolk, all power from the big man. And he'll be sent to the free throw line to cut this lead to potentially 3. 8 points for Antoine Woolfolk, and what a shifty move by Woolfolk. He scored the last 4 points for Miami, can make it 5 with a free throw. And here we go. Need this if you're Woolfolk. Rainbow free throw, it arches home. And Miami, just like that, they're behind by 3. It's 38-35. Broncos working it on offense on the left timeline. It's E.J. Ryan searching for a screen from Burton. Bounces close to Max. Goes up top. Jaden Brewer inside the free throw line. Nice defense. Loose ball by Woolfolk, but in comes Jaden Brewer. Counted and one. Back-to-back and ones. This one coming Western Michigan's way. And that for Woolfolk is personal foul number 3. So 3 fouls on Suter and 3 on Woolfolk. And Brewer goes to the stripe. Brewer's up to 18, can make it 19 with a made free throw. Up comes Justin Kirby, and the free throw from Brewer is good. Back to a 6-point game, 41-35 our score, Miami behind. Miami has only led for 3 minutes in this game. Western Michigan has been ahead for 15 minutes. Back to the RedHawks trying to land another punch on this Western Michigan Broncos squad. It's Peter Suter, top of the key, dancing with Burton. Down the lane, righty layup, off the window and in. Good again. The RedHawks are controlling the paint in this period. And the RedHawks draw to within 4, a little closer here tonight. Broncos working on offense on the left timeline. This is Justice Williams, goes over E.J. Ryan's. Under 16 minutes left to go. E.J. Ryan's pull up from the free throw line short, and Justin Kirby grabs a huge defensive rebound. Trotting the other way is Peter Suter on the right timeline, and he's directing traffic on the near elbow. Feeds up top, Almar Atlason, deep three-pointer from the top of the key, short, and the rebound is skied in by Justice Williams again. The Broncos right now are out-rebounding Miami 26-17. It's been one of their weaknesses, if you can call any weakness for Miami. It's been the rebounding. They've struggled at times this season. Justin Williams has it on the low baseline. Puts up a righty layup off the window and in over the top of Almar Atlason. And just like that, the Broncos are ahead by 6. Back to Miami on the right timeline. Perry over to Atlason, top of the key. Floats inside to a running Perry, who finishes off the rim and in. A beautiful dime from Atlason to Perry. And the RedHawks trail 43-39 in the second. Beautiful dish from the Icelander there. Back to the Broncos, here's E.J. Ryans, who sprinted inside the paint, and he cycles back up top. Gets a screen from Burton on the right side, goes over the free throw line. Feed down low, Max Burton, lefty layup, falls in. Both sides are trading blows left and right. It's 45-39. Back to the RedHawks, it's Peter Suter on the right side. Suter barreling down low, searching for space over the top of Williams. He gets the layup to go. The RedHawks have made 5 of the last 6 field goals, and Miami is behind by 4 again, 45-41. Both offenses have picked up their tempo tremendously. 30 points combined in the last 6 minutes. In the corner, E.J. Ryans all alone for three, and it's good. Another three-pointer for the Broncos, their second of the half, and Western Michigan extends the lead to 6, 47-41. Suter will draw the foul on the floor, however, as he was in the paint, and we'll see which team they call it on. Either way, Miami trailing by the same amount as we entered, 48-41, but the RedHawks offense picking up. This is an encouraging sign, and they'll hope to keep this surge continuing. We'll be right back from our break here inside University Arena. Miami trailing Western Michigan here on the road. Back from the media timeout here in Kalamazoo, Michigan. My name is Andrew Relvas here on RedHawk Radio with Miami trailing 47-41 on the road here in University Arena. That has been a pretty good showing for Western Michigan fans. There will be Miami basketball on the right side of the timeline, behind by 6, as they look to continue this magical season and continue to be undefeated. Being tested, though, on the road, and they'll try and respawn. Peter Suter inbound from the baseline, feeds over Atlason, gives over Elmer, and back on the right side, Almar Atlason driving in the paint, searching for open bodies. He'll take it himself, backing down Michael Saluka. He'll take a layup off the glass and in. Counted on one for the Icelander. Almar Atlason makes a huge bucket to bring this one within 4. And the three-point play coming up for Almar Atlason, who has been a revelation for the RedHawks, coming over from Bradley last season. Here's the N1, and he converts the three-point play. And just like that, we're back to a three-point game, 47-44, Miami behind. But the RedHawks employing a press. E.J. Ryans nearly turning it over, but he recovers nicely with a outside pass from Carson Viss. Ryans searching for space from Justin Kirby. Cycles back from the paint, and Kirby a little overextends there. And he fouled E.J. Ryans just near the right wing of Western Michigan. So that stops the clock at 13:20. It'll be Western Michigan inbounding from their sideline over to Brewer, back to Ryans at the same spot. Ryans gets a screen from Saluka. Ryan's searching for space, feeds up top. This is Carson Viss. Viss defended by Byers. Viss in the paint, moves over the top of Brant Byers, and he gets the layup to go. A fancy finish from the freshman. Back to a 5-point lead for Western Michigan. Miami trying to answer right back as both offenses has really taken off in this second period. Suter down the lane, righty layup short, and the Broncos have a 5-on-4. They'll slow it down and both sides will reset. 2-possession lead for the Broncos with under 13 to play. Starting to get that time for the RedHawks where they really need to get this offense going. Carson Viss, left wing three-pointer, short, in and out, halfway home. And Almar Atlason skies for the rebound. Back to Suter, gives up top. Almar Atlason, straight away three-pointer. Fell to the floor, no foul, and the Broncos will work it quickly. Back to Western Michigan. Miami in this game, they are 2 of 10 from deep. So like last game, they have been struggling from the three-point line. Carson Viss, left wing three-pointer, clanked off the rim, no good. And another stop by Miami. Lucky one, he was wide open. Brant Byers the rebound, and it's back to Ian Elmer. Elmer down the lane, righty layup, up and under. Doesn't get the and one, but he'll be awarded with a couple of free throws. That is, luckily for Miami, Western Michigan's 4th personal foul this half. And that will take us to immediate timeout. 11:49 left to go here in the game. The RedHawks in a close one with the Western Michigan Broncos, 49-44. And Miami will be shooting free throws after the break. We'll be right back in a moment here from University Arena. We return from the media timeout with Miami behind 49-44, but some free throws are coming up for the RedHawks as they try and get back into this one on the road. Miami on upset watch officially. They're 28-0, and Western Michigan has them on the ropes, but still a ton of time left, under 12 minutes left to go. And the RedHawks will look to answer another test in a really hostile environment here in Kalamazoo, Michigan. Thanks again for joining us here on RedHawk Radio. My name is Andrew Relvas. Hope you're enjoying tonight's Friday night men's basketball matchup. It's Ian Elmer at the free throw line for some much needed free throws, and Elmer gets the friendly roll. Elmer, the native of Covington, California, 8 points and 8 rebounds in his last game. Up to 3 points tonight, and he misses the free throw. Kirby gets the rebound. Ball's loose on the floor, taken back by Justice Williams. Bodies flying everywhere. Who's going to come away with this? And they're going to give it to Western Michigan. A nice effort there by Justin Kirby. And Travis Steele will take a quick timeout. But Elmer gets the free throw to go, and we're back to a 4-point game. And with that, we'll take another quick timeout inside University Arena. 4-point game. Don't go anywhere here on RedHawk Radio. Back from another quick timeout with Miami behind 49-45 on the road in Kalamazoo, Michigan. The number 21 ranked Miami RedHawks on upset watch. Came into tonight with a record of 28-0, but we've seen this movie a ton this year. The RedHawks have been behind in a ton of different games, and the RedHawks have really answered everything that's been thrown at them. Different tests as they're on the road tonight. And Western Michigan has really fought hard here in Kalamazoo. It'll be Western Michigan basketball working from right to left as they're ahead by 4. Brewer over the top, and he threw to Justice Williams, who traveled. So a huge turnover on Western Michigan, their 8th of the game, and that gives the RedHawks a fresh possession and hopefully a fresh look at the net. Need to have a positive possession here if you're the RedHawks to really keep your foot on the gas pedal. It's Peter Suter, top of the key. Bounces on the right elbow for Almar Atlason. Floats over the top in the paint. Ian Elmer with 2 defenders gloved over the top of him. Doesn't matter. Gets the layup to go off the glass and in. And the RedHawks draw to within 2. 49-47 here in the second. 11:15 left to go. Left wing three-pointer. Lewis short. The rebound up. Tapped around and finds the arms of Jaden Brewer. Back to Brewer, and Byers fouled him as he was over the top. That is Miami's 5th personal foul in this half. That stops the clock at 11:06. And that is Byers' first foul. RedHawks only have 2 players in foul trouble. Same with Western Michigan. Suluka and Burton both have 2 key forwards for Western Michigan. Stay Western Michigan basketball on the far baseline. Floater over the top, intercepted by the RedHawks, and here comes Miami. Peter Suter down the lane, lefty layup, goaltending it's called, and Peter Suter ties this one up here inside University Arena. The Carmel kid, Peter Suter, showing off the speed, ties this one up at 49 all with 11 minutes left to go here in the second. It is our 5th tie of the game, and here come the RedHawks on the road. RedHawks employing a zone here, 3-2 zone, and Peter Suter just committed foul number 4. He fouled Sherrod Barnes, and now Suter's got to be really careful not to foul out here, and he's going to have to take a seat. So it gets even tougher here for Miami, as that's foul number 6 now on Miami. Or rather, foul number 7, so Western Michigan going to be in the bonus here. And this is going to be Sherrod Barnes at the free throw line. Western Michigan tonight, 11 of 15 from the stripe. And Sherrod Barnes at the stripe for some huge free throws. He misses the first one, and the Broncos go empty on the trip. It's back to Miami, trying to get this offense in a groove. Trey Perry on the right wing gives up top. Ian Elmer has some space, straight away three-pointer. Rolls off on the right side, on the rebound goes back to the Broncos, and Trey Lewis. Justice Williams against Kirby in the corner. Jaden Brewer in the paint, spinning around, trying to escape from Byers, put over the top and in. Brewer over the top of Byers. His layup falls home, and Western Michigan swipes the lead right back. It's 51-49 in the second. 10:22 left to go, and it's back to the RedHawks. Now it's Miami's turn to attack on offense and tie this one up again. Trey Perry on the left wing gives up top. Ian Elmer feeds in the paint. Dangerous pass. It's intercepted by the Broncos, and they're off to the races. Jaden Brewer down the lane. Layup is good and one. Defense into offense for Western Michigan. And now the Broncos have a 4-point lead again on Miami. Now the RedHawks are bringing back Antoine Woolfolk in for Almar Atlason. 10 minutes left to go, and the Broncos aren't going anywhere. The RedHawks wanted to travel. They're not going to get it. Travis Steele is stunned in silence. And Justice Williams goes to the stripe. Williams up to 8 points. Can make it 9 with a free throw. And it can make it a 5-point lead, and he does just that. Another 5-point advantage for the Broncos. And here comes the Western Michigan faithful on their feet, and they're making a lot of noise here inside University Arena. Back to Miami trying to silence this crowd. Kirby on the wing, bounces in the paint over to Antoine Woolfolk. Woolfolk backing down Burton, righty floater, no good. And the rebound is skied in by Jaden Brewer. The RedHawks have been silent offensively in the past couple of minutes. It's back to Western Michigan. Burton up top, gives over Barnes. They swing it over on the right side, Brewer. Brewer searching for space, gives over Ryans, and they swing it back to Brewer. Shot clock at 7. Broncos trying to cook something up. Far corner three-pointer short, and the rebound is snared by Justin Kirby. 2-on-3 for the RedHawks. They don't have numbers, and they slowed up for Trey Perry. Top of the key, this is Ian Elmer searching for a screen from Woolfolk. He gets it on the left side. Gives over Brant Byers on the left wing, and he passes cross court to Ian Elmer. Elmer floats over the top. Shot clock at 13. Antoine Woolfolk has it. Gives up top, Trey Perry. Perry driving inside, barreling down low, feeds up top, Antoine Woolfolk. Straight away three-pointer, missed everything short. Ball's loose on the floor, and they're going to call a foul on Western Michigan. So Miami gets a lucky call there. And the RedHawks will keep the possession here. Antoine Woolfolk was all alone from 3 at the top, but he missed badly. And the RedHawks honestly get bailed out a little bit. So it'll be Miami basketball inbounding on the far baseline. It's Trey Perry. Perry searching for open bodies. He's got Elmer, ball's tipped, and it's off to the races for the Broncos. Here comes Justice Williams, puts up a shot, counted in 1. The foul's on Justin Kirby. Here come the Thundering Broncos up by 7. The RedHawks' backs are against the wall here in Kalamazoo, Michigan. It is 56-49. Travis Steele barking in the face of the officials. They're going to say that foul's on Peter Suter. It looked like it was Justin Kirby. But we'll wait and see. And head coach Dwayne Stevens of Western Michigan calls a mini timeout. And the officials are going to look at this one. That would be a brutal gap for the RedHawks if that foul's on Suter, because that means he fouls out. 7-point lead for the Broncos. They can make it 8. And this is a 7-0 run by Western Michigan over the last 1:40. Miami's been without a point in the last 2 minutes. And here's Justice Williams, the Robert Morris transfer, at the line to make this an 8-point game. He does just that. 8-point lead for the Broncos. The RedHawks need to answer back, and they need to answer back quickly. Peter Suter has it. Suter in the paint. And they're going to call a foul on the Broncos. Almost an offensive foul as he mowed down Sherrod Barnes. Stops the clock at 8:33. That is foul number 6 on Western Michigan. So it'll be a foul on the floor, and Miami will inbound on the near sideline. Suter inbounds, has Trey Perry on the edge of the Broncos logo, gets a screen from Woolfolk on the left side, goes over Ian Elmer. Miami trailing by 8, searching for an answer. Peter Suter down the lane on the right elbow, gives over Woolfolk back to Suter on the right wing. Suter down the lane, 1-on-2. The mismatch, no good, his layup. And they're going to say out of bounds off of Miami. Miami cannot buy a bucket right now. They've been scoreless for the past 2.5 minutes. And the RedHawks are just searching for anything to fall their way here in Kalamazoo. Miami is also 0 of 4 in their last trips on offense. Broncos can make it really tough with a bucket here. Trey Perry up top, guarded by Sherrod Barnes. Barnes has it, dancing on the Broncos logo, top of the key. Gets a screen from Burton on the right side. Jumper from the free throw line, short, rebound tapped around, and it's cleared by Justin Kirby. Lost the basketball, but he recovers and he slows it down a little bit. Miami needs some points. They've been scoreless for the past 3 minutes. Peter Suter around a screen, gives close to Justin Kirby, and Kirby will draw the fouls. He motored inside, and he drew a quick foul on Trey Lewis. That stops the clock at 7:40 left to go here in the second period. Miami, again, their backs are against the wall, trailing by 8 with under 8 minutes left to go, 7:40 left to go here in the game. The RedHawks will need a miraculous run if they want to come out of here with a win against the Western Michigan Broncos. In the meantime, we'll take a media timeout and be back in a moment here on the road in University Arena. Back from our media timeout. Miami behind Western Michigan 57-49. The number 21 ranked and undefeated Miami RedHawks on upset watch inside University Arena in Kalamazoo, Michigan. Trying to battle back and steal a huge road victory. It'll be free throws for Justin Kirby, as that foul is on Trey Lewis. And Kirby will try and cut into this Western Michigan lead. So far tonight, the RedHawks are 11 of 15 from the free throw line. The one-on-one was off from Kirby, but Suter was battling for the board, and they're going to call foul on the rebound attempt by Western Michigan. And that'll give the RedHawks some more free throws. And that is officially the 8th foul on Western Michigan this half. So Kirby misses the free throw, but Suter will go to the free throw line. Trying to avenge a miss from Kirby, and Suter's his free throw is good. So Suter gets the first free throw to fall, has a chance for one more to bring this to within 6. Suter tonight, 18 points and 3 rebounds. Second free throw short. He splits the trip, goes 1 of 2, and it stays a 7-point lead for Western Michigan. Back the Broncos' way on the left timeline. It's E.J. Ryans on the edge of the Broncos logo. Gives over Barnes on the left side to Viss, and they swing it over back to Ryans. Ryans dancing with Kirby, searching for some space on the right wing. Cycles back out on the right side. Go over up top, Justice Williams. Williams around a screen from Burton. Jumper on the left elbow is short, and the rebound is cleared by Justin Kirby. Back come the RedHawks. Miami working quickly. Peter Suter, they're going to call an offensive foul on Suter, and he's done. Oh my goodness. This is brutal for Miami. Suter fouls out with 7 minutes left to go, and things are going to get really tough for the RedHawks. Suter has 18 of Miami's 50 points. And the RedHawks are really going to have to battle here if they want to stay undefeated. Things just get even tougher for Miami. And it's going to have to be next man up for Travis Steele's RedHawks. This is a young lineup. Kirby, Perry, Antoine Woolfolk, Ian Elmer, and Almar Atlason. The RedHawks are also going without Luke Skowjak, who is their starting point guard. The RedHawks' backs are against their wall, and they're trying to stay undefeated, but it's becoming even tougher inside University Arena. E.J. Ryan's on the right side in the paint, cycling around the baseline, searching for open Broncos. He's got Carson Viss on the left wing. Shot clock at 10. Viss dances with Woolfolk. Viss down the lane, count it. And Western Michigan has their largest lead of the night. It's 59-50. The RedHawks are really struggling. Here's Trey Perry in the paint, drew the foul on Max Burton. Good news for the RedHawks, that's Burton's fourth. And you need free throws, and they're going to call a technical foul on head coach Dwayne Stevens. So this is a big development for the RedHawks. Officials are reviewing it, though. Got a quick whistle on Dwayne Stevens. And the RedHawks have 4 free throws coming up. So this is a huge spot for the RedHawks, and for Trey Perry, you need to make them all. First, you got the technical free throws, and Perry absolutely needs to hit them all. 6:28 left to go. Perry misses the first one. I mean, you need to make these free throws. The RedHawks tonight, 12 of 19. We've seen a lot of these games this year where the RedHawks have struggled from the free throw line. Second technical free throw for Perry. He misses them both. Unreal. Perry cannot make a free throw right now, and neither can Miami. Miami hasn't made a field goal in the last 4.5 minutes, and the technical free throw by Western Michigan goes past them. So they escape a tech. Luckily for the RedHawks, you have a chance for some more free throws, but I mean, the RedHawks, they need to find an answer, because it is becoming more and more dangerous inside University Arena the more you leave a team like Western Michigan, a scrappy one led by Dwayne Stevens, in this one. Perry will have some more free throws, but he's got to make some, and he does. He makes the third out of 4. So that's a start, and you need to make the second one here. Miami, and he misses them both. The rebound tapped around, and this is going to stay with the RedHawks. So unfortunately, Perry goes 1 of 4 from the line, but it'll be a fresh possession for the RedHawks, and this is a possession that is must score for Miami. You need to score here, trailing by 8. You haven't made a field goal in the past 5 minutes. On the inbound, Kirby finds a wide open Elmer, and Miami gets their first field goal in 4.5 minutes. And the RedHawks trail by 6, 53-59 in the second. 6:30 left to go. So the lid of the rim here in Kalamazoo has finally been cracked. And the lead for Western Michigan is down to 6. Miami searching for a stop on defense. E.J. Ryan cycling out from the paint, and he goes out beyond the three-point line. Shot clock winding down. E.J. Ryan straightaway three-pointer. It's good. E.J. Ryan's is on a heater right now, and the RedHawks are seriously in trouble. Ryan's up to 13. The RedHawks down by 9. Largest lead of the night. It ties it for the Broncos. Antoine Woolfolk gives over Elmer from the wing. Elmer down the lane, lost the basketball, finds Antoine Woolfolk right back. Shot clock winding down. The RedHawks got to work quick. Far corner three-pointer. Atlason, it's good. Elmar Atlason gets Miami's third three-pointer of the game. A much-needed one that draws this one to within 6. And a foul was called on Western Michigan on the floor. And with that, we'll take a media timeout. The RedHawks aren't going anywhere. It's next man up for Miami. And the RedHawks trying to avoid a monumental upset in Kalamazoo. Stay with us here on Red Hawk Radio. A battle between the Broncos and the RedHawks. After a quick timeout and a quick response by Miami, they're behind by 5 now. Almar Atlason gets Miami's first three-pointer of the half. They were previously 0 for 5. And it's going to take shots like that if Miami wants to come out of here with a win. It'll be Broncos ball. Miami trailing by 5. RedHawks are shooting an abysmal 3 of 14 from deep. And it's back to the Broncos. RedHawks employing a zone here as they try and make it tough for the Broncos to get it past the timeline, and they eventually do. Justice Williams over to E.J. Ryans on the edge of the Broncos logo. They cycle over Carson Viss on the left wing. Pass on the right side. E.J. Ryans getting a screen for Burton. Bouncer down low. Lost the basketball. Stolen away by Perry. And the RedHawks force a crucial turnover. Perry over to Woolfolk. Top of the key. Gives up top. Almar Atlason thought about the three-pointer. Barrels down the lane. Off the glass and in. In comes the flying Icelander, Almar Atlason. He scored 5 straight points. And the RedHawks are only behind by 3. A huge run by the Bradley Braves transfer, Almar Atlason. 4:30 left to go, and here come the Broncos offensively. E.J. Ryans goes on the right side, gives over Jaden Brewer. Brewer from the corner, dancing in the lane at the free throw line, puts up a shot. He was fouled by Elmer, and Brewer will go to the free throw line. But what a run here by Almar Atlason. The RedHawks not going anywhere quite yet. Broaching another media timeout, 4:23 left to go. And Jaden Brewer will go to the line. Good news for the RedHawks, only foul number 2 on Miami. And we have some sort of stoppage. Only one player in foul trouble for Western Michigan. It's Max Burton with 4. And for the Broncos, it looks like Burton got a scratch that is a little bit bleeding. Looks kind of bad from here, actually. Looks like a claw mark. But Burton shakes it off, seems to be okay, and Brewer will go to the free throw line. Tonight, Brewer is 3 of 5 from the stripe and trying to make some big shots at the free throw line here. Western Michigan up by 3, and Brewer sinks the first one. Brewer, 18 points tonight for him. Season high 26 and 12 versus Purdue Fort Wayne. Earlier in the year, he had 14 points and 12 rebounds against Bowling Green in their last contest. Second free throw on the way from Brewer. It bottoms in. And Western Michigan builds their lead back up to 5. It's 63-58 here in the second. And it'll be Miami basketball. They'll work it from left to right. The RedHawks trying to keep this offense on track and avoid an upset in Kalamazoo. Trey Perry orchestrating the offense. Top of the key, gets a screen from Woolfolk on the right side. Jumper from the right wing is short from Trey Perry. And it's back to the Broncos. 4 minutes left to go, and it is becoming crunch time here in Kalamazoo. Carson Viss on the left wing, gives up top Williams, and back on the right side for E.J. Ryans. Ryans draws a double team, finally escapes from it, passes short over to Barnes, and back to Ryans. Shot clock at 8. Ryans gets a screen from Burton, 1-on-2 down the lane. Here comes Ryans, puts up a layup short. In comes Burton, though, and that's going to be a shot clock turnover. So the RedHawks force a shot clock turnover, a huge stop in that spot And with that, we will take our final media timeout inside University Arena. 63-58 our score. The RedHawks trailing in Kalamazoo. But we've got still some time left for Miami to potentially steal a victory. Stay with us. Don't go anywhere. Here on RedHawk Radio, a battle between the Broncos and the RedHawks. We are just under 4 minutes from Western Michigan getting a huge upset here inside University Arena. It would be their first ranked win since 2007, 19 years ago, against Davidson and the Wildcats led by Steph Curry. This Broncos team trying to make history, along with Miami trying to stay undefeated. One side will budge. Who is it going to be? It'll be Miami basketball, behind by 5, 63-58, and the RedHawks will work it from left to right. Trey Perry tonight, 5 of 7, but he missed the last field goal, trying to get back on track. Trey Perry goes over Almar Atlason, left wing three-pointer. He was fouled and one! Almar Atlason way on fire for the RedHawks. It's Almar Atlason's third three-pointer of the night. A chance for a 4-point play, and that is just what the doctor ordered for the RedHawks. Miami draws to within 2, and when you need it most, you got to count on a player. It has been Almar Atlason all tonight. The former Bradley Braves transfer coming up huge for the RedHawks. That's only the second three-pointer of the half for Miami, and Atlason has made them both. And here is a crucial free throw for Atlason. Got to make this one to convert the 4-point play, and he does just that. How about Almar Atlason up to 16 points, and he's brought the RedHawks to within 1. 63-62, seatbelts are fastened inside the University Arena here in Kalamazoo. Jaden Brewer up top gives over E.J. Ryans on the edge of the on the edge of the Broncos logo. Ryans waits for the shot clock to hit single digits, and he puts on the gas. Ryans' free throw jumper is good. Free throw jumper over the top falls in, and Western Michigan has the lead up to 3. Back to the RedHawks, it's Trey Perry. Miami trailing by a triple with under 3 to play. Almar Atlason, top of the key, searching for open bodies. He's got Ian Almer on the right wing, directing traffic. Had Antoine Woolfolk for a moment before Ian Almer will drive inside, puts up a righty layup. It falls in, and the RedHawks are within 1. It's 65-54, and we've got a timeout on the court. This has been a Miami surge in the last 4 minutes or so. Miami currently outscoring Western Michigan in the half, 38-35. and it's back to a 1-point game. 65-64. This is a huge possession for Western Michigan. 2.5 minutes left to go. The Broncos by 1. Justice Williams floats over the top. He's got E.J. Ryans, and he gives on the left side to the Broncos' Trey Lewis. Back to E.J. Ryans. Shot clock at 15. Ryans searching for open bodies. Goes on the left side of the key. Dances up top with Ian Elmer. Shot clock at 8. That means go time for the Broncos. E.J. Ryans against Ian Elmer, barreling down the lane, 1-on-2. His shot short, and Antoine Woolfolk skies in for the rebound. Kirby trips, no foul though, and the RedHawks will try and retake the lead. Screen from Woolfolk. Here's Ian Elmer, finds Antoine Woolfolk in the paint. Drew some contact, righty layup is good. The RedHawks finally retake the lead. They've been trailing all half. And Miami is ahead 66-65, a minute and 30 left to go in the game. Timeout, Western Michigan. Backs against the wall. The RedHawks don't quit. And the RedHawks are 95 seconds away from improving to 29-0. And we'll take likely our final timeout here inside University Arena. Don't go anywhere. It's Miami against Western Michigan here on Red Hawk Radio. Welcome back inside University Arena in Kalamazoo, Michigan, with Miami now ahead 66-65. They've only had a few leads in tonight's game. They got their first lead in the second half off of an Ian Elmer layup. And Western Michigan, in response, took a full timeout to talk things over. The RedHawks have been battle-tested. Suter fouled out about 8 minutes ago. They've been playing without their top 2 guards for a while, and the RedHawks are very close to putting this one away, but they gotta execute on the finishing touches here inside Kalamazoo. It'll be Western Michigan basketball on the left side of the timeline with Jaden Brewer controlling the ball. Jaden Brewer on the inbound close to the Western Michigan sideline, gives close to Ryans, back to Brewer, and over to Justice Williams. Williams orchestrating the offense, gives on the right side. Trey Lewis back to Williams on the edge of the Broncos logo. Shot clock at 10, and here comes Williams. Williams against Atlason in the lane, in the paint, finds Jaden Brewer. His layup short. Great defense by the RedHawks. Both Woolfolk and Elmer force a stop, and Miami can build on this lead here with a made field goal. The RedHawks up 66-65, and Miami takes their final timeout here inside University Arena. A three-pointer here for the RedHawks can make this a 2-possession game and make it really tough for Western Michigan with 65 seconds left to go. And for Western Michigan, obviously a stop and a score would be huge. Still a ton of basketball left to be played here inside Western Michigan's basketball arena. But this has been a classic. Feels like every road game that the RedHawks have played, there's been a laundry list of instant classics, and this one no different. Miami down. Luke Skaljak tonight hasn't played. There have been reports that he has broken his wrist, but nothing official yet. And of course, the RedHawks down Suter as he fouled out. He played 27 minutes, but he fouled out about 8 minutes ago or so. And the RedHawks have been having to work without him. And we will see if Miami can come away with a huge win inside University Arena tonight. The Western Michigan faithful making their presence known and trying to will this Broncos team to a statement win, and it would be the win of their season. It'll be Miami basketball with 1:05 left to go, likely 2 possessions left, and the RedHawks will look to put this one away and put this one on a good spot. It's Ian Elmer on the inbound, right next to his head coach Travis Steele. Dwayne Stevens standing ready on the opposite side. Elmer inbounds, he has Perry close to the Western Michigan Broncos logo. Perry feeds inside, here's Ian Elmer, righty floater, his layup short, layup tapped around, and the rebound is cleared by the Broncos, and Jaden Brewer has it. Back to Western Michigan with a made field goal, they can take the lead. It's E.J. Ryans controlling the offense, top of the key, he's got space, gives over Trey Lewis, left wing three, hit back heel, no good, and the rebound is cleared by Elmer, and we've got a foul on the floor. That was a really good look from Trey Lewis, but just a little too strong there, and that gives the ball back to the RedHawks and some free throws. Western Michigan, they've had their fair share of chances, but they have been scoreless for the past about 2.5 minutes, and now for Miami, this is your opportunity. The door's open to make this a 3-point game. You got to make your free throws. Ian Elmer, first one is good. Tonight the RedHawks are 15 of 24, so they've left a fair amount of points off the board. But a second made free throw here from Ian can make it a 1-possession game, and he misses the free throw. It's a 2-point game. 67-65 Miami over Western Michigan, and E.J. Ryans will take a timeout with 30.5 left to go. Well, for Western Michigan, you don't have to take a 3, you can take a 2 to tie this one up, but we'll see what head coach Dwayne Stevens decides to draw up. We'll take a quick timeout here inside University Arena. Can the RedHawks hold on and stun the Western Michigan Broncos in Kalamazoo? Find out in just a moment here on Red Hawk Radio. .5 seconds left to go, separating two narratives. One, the RedHawks can be one of a select few undefeated teams to make it past February with no losses, and for Western Michigan, stunning a ranked team and ending their undefeated streak. One side will budge. Who will it be? And it'll be Western Michigan's ball working on the left timeline. They're behind by 2. You don't need a 3 here. Western Michigan's been scoreless for the past 2.5 minutes, and they desperately need an answer. E.J. Ryans has it, draws a double team, gives over Justice Williams, and it's back to Ryans on the Broncos logo. Ryans has it with Elmer defending him. Ryans drives down the lane. 2 RedHawks are there. His layup's way off. Ball's on the baseline. Who is it going to stay with? And it'll stay with the RedHawks. So Ryans had a pretty good look in the paint. The officials are going to talk this one over. Ryans had a really good look. 2 RedHawks were there. He caught him jumping. It'll stay Western Michigan ball. 6 left on the timer, and it is Jaden Brewer on the inbound. He finds Williams. Near elbow jumper. It's good, and we're tied. 67-67, 12 seconds left to go. And the RedHawks will take their final timeout with 12 seconds left to go. Here we go. Really good look on the inbound from 12 to 11, Brewer to Williams. Everyone is making the 6-7 motion with their hands as the score is 67-67. 12 seconds left to go, and for the RedHawks, they will have it working from left to right. For Miami, a chance to improve to 29-0 and get a truly improbable win here in Kalamazoo, Michigan. The ball's in their court, and we'll see if Miami can mount another miraculous comeback here inside a hostile road venue. Here we go. 12 seconds left on the timer. It'll be Miami basketball. They'll have to go the entire length of the court. Almar Atlason on the far baseline. We'll see who's going to receive it initially. Broncos are bringing full pressure. Tie game, 67-67, 12.8 left to go in the game. Passes close to Trey Perry, and the RedHawks have it. 6 seconds left to go. The RedHawks tied 67-67. Trey Perry down the lane, lefty layup, off the glass and in. It's good. Trey Perry wins it for Miami. We'll see if time is left. Trey Perry, one on nobody, went down the lane, lefty layup. His layup falls home, and Miami stuns Western Michigan 69-67. A miraculous comeback win for the RedHawks. We'll see if time is left off. But Trey Perry put the superhero cape on his back, and he made a huge layup in a monumental moment. We'll see if a couple tenths of a second are left on the timer. But for Miami, they are under a second away from coming down with an amazing victory on the road where their backs were truly to the wall. Trey Perry, 14 points tonight. And he gets none bigger than that layup to give Miami the advantage. 69-67, no official yet from the referees. And we'll see how much time is left. What a job by the RedHawks. They came in without Luke Skowjak. Peter Suter fouled out about 10 minutes ago, and it hasn't mattered. Miami is so close from capping off a monumental win. And look across at the CBS Sportsnet monitors. And they are saying there's going to be 0.4 seconds left on the timer. So 0.4 for Western Michigan. This is going to be a miracle. A three-pointer for Western Michigan would win it. And this is Trey Lewis. And now Travis Steele will take a timeout to ice Western Michigan. So here we go. 0.4 left to go, under half a second remaining. And Miami can walk away with a huge win. A game that it felt like Miami was playing from behind all game long, and they really were, to now 0.4 away from stealing a signature win here in University Arena. The RedHawks huddle for the final time tonight, and so do the Western Michigan Broncos on the parallel side. And here we go. It's Tyler Robbins providing size for Miami, trying to block out a potential long inbound pass from Trey Lewis. Lewis has Brewer on the left and E.J. Ryans on the right. See where Lewis decides to go. 0.4 left to go. Miami ahead by 2. Lewis over the top. Ryans at the buzzer is off, and Miami will escape Kalamazoo with a win. A signature stunner for the RedHawks as they knock off the Western Michigan Broncos 69-67 here on the road The RedHawks get their first win in Kalamazoo in 3 years. And Miami, without Luke Skaljak tonight and without Peter Suter for the last 10 minutes, come into University Arena and stun the Western Michigan Broncos, winning by a pair. And with that, Miami is now the 4th team ever in the 21st century to make it undefeated through the month of February. This Miami team is special, and Miami mounts a miracle victory on the road in Kalamazoo. What a win for the RedHawks, as Trey Perry was the hero, getting the final layup to fall. And the RedHawks remain undefeated after really a lot of adversity here tonight. The RedHawks answered every call, answered every wrench that was thrown at them, and Miami mounts another historic win, as they are now 29-0, and they improve to 16-0 in the MAC, and they have now won 29 straight games. What a season for Miami, and it is not done yet. For Miami, of course, improving to 29-0. They improve, of course, 16-0 in the MAC. They stay in first, and Miami's next matchup will be against the Toledo Rockets on Tuesday. That will be a 7 o'clock start on ESPN+. And meanwhile, for Western Michigan, falling to 10-19 overall, 4-12 in the MAC. They drop a really tough loss here in University Arena, and it will likely take back-to-back wins next week for them to potentially make a run at the MAC tournament. The leading scorer tonight for the RedHawks, it was Peter Suter, 18 points, but not far behind him, Almar Atlason, who made some clutch three-pointers, some clutch free throws. He had 16 points. Trey Perry had a huge 14 points in his first start of the season, and Ian Elmer had 10. Miami scored 69. They shot 48% from the floor, 27% from three, making 2 triples in the second half, and Miami shot 15 of 25 from the free throw line. Meanwhile, for Western Michigan, dropping a heartbreaking loss here at home. The top scorer was Jaden Brewer, 19 points, 11 rebounds, so he gets another double-double. That is his 7th on the season. Justice Williams, had 14 points, along with E.J. Ryans. But it wasn't enough, as they fell 2 points short. And overall, Western Michigan shot 47% from the floor. They shot 20% from three, and they were 75% from the free throw line, 15 of 20. In the rebounding department as well, Miami was out-rebounded 39-28, but it did not matter, as Miami scored 6 more points in the second half than Western Michigan to eventually steal and swipe away an improbable win here against the Western Michigan Broncos. What a win for the RedHawks. They improve to 29-0. They stay undefeated, and this magical season for Miami will continue into next week when they take on Toledo and Ohio for the final remaining matchups in the 2025-26 regular season. Thanks again for tuning in and spending your Friday evening with us. This was an absolute classic, an absolute thriller in Kalamazoo, Michigan, with Miami pulling away late and coming away with a crazy win, beating Western Michigan 69-67. As a reminder, we've got Red Hawk Radio tomorrow as the Miami women's basketball team takes on the Akron Zips at home. That'll be a 1 o'clock start in the friendly confines of Millett Hall. And that's going to do it here from University Arena. Once again, Miami comes away with a crazy comeback win by defeating the Western Michigan Broncos 69-67 to stay undefeated. The Men of Steel do it again, and that will do it here from Kalamazoo. Thanks again for joining us and spending your Friday evening with us. My name is Andrew Relvas, signing off, and I hope you have a great rest of your evening. And make sure to join us tomorrow for some Miami women's basketball.